Hey folks, this is Keith with the Farm to Table Direct Show. And I've been thinking about, as the prices rise, what is the effect on employment going to be? And if you'll follow me just a little bit, I think that you'll see that where today we've got a lot of opportunity to get employment, but tomorrow, I think we're going to see that businesses will start to trim the fat. And the reason that I say that is because as price increase, demand will go down. If you're paying $5 a gallon at the gas pump today, and you are paying a huge increase in food prices, and everything else across the board, some families are going to have to pick and choose which things that are important to them, prioritize like gasoline to get to work, the types of food that they're going to be feeding their family, and the luxury items are probably going to fall by the wayside. And if that makes sense to you, then it only follows that the supply will eventually decrease because the demand decreased. Then businesses are going to be forced to cut the fat. Okay, and here is where I want to focus a little bit of time, because I think that employees right now are a little bit spoiled, maybe, or at least a significant portion of them, because there have been, let's say, some employees that have taken advantage of this situation to where employers have to pay greater prices to you in order to employ you, which is great for you. And maybe you have been seeking higher and higher and higher prices, or a higher and higher salary, so that you can increase your budget. But let's say that through the course of a year, you were in one job and you got a better job opportunity, and you skipped over to a different company, and then another company said that they would pay you higher prices than what that company was paying. So you skipped over for a third time. And then let's just say you went for a fourth time to a company that was going to pay you an even higher price because they had no choice. Okay. The question becomes is when the demand for the product that you're involved with goes down, and they begin to cut fat because they have to decrease the supply because there's not as much demand because of the high prices, what's going to happen to you? And what I think is going to happen in many cases is those of you who have skipped around and went to the highest bidder, they're going to begin to look at trimming fat. And who do you think is going to go first? Could be you. And you may say, well, if they trim the fat and they get rid of me, I'll just go to another job. But wait a minute. You need to stop and think about that for just a second, because if another employer looks at you and sees that you had 4 jobs in a year, they're going to say, do I really want to have that guy or girl in my company? Are they an asset or are they a liability? And by the way, why did the last company fire them or let them go? Was it because they were fat? So I'm saying to you at this particular point, be careful about that, because when it becomes fat trimming time, you don't need to be the fat one. You should be the best employee that you can possibly be right now. Me and my son was having that conversation yesterday. As a matter of fact, me and my brother was having that conversation a couple of days ago. And as I spelled these things out, I was telling my son and my brother that they should be the best employees, that they could possibly be. Don't be the fat one. And I think they both agreed with they have to be really careful about that. And so be the best employee that you can be, and think your way through the things that are about to happen, because as we get into the fall, the price of everything is going to continue to increase. We've had tremendous jumps in fuel prices, and you know that America runs on petrol. America runs on fossil fuels. That's what makes us a strong economic engine. And the more you attack that with higher prices, the more everything is going to cost across the board. So as you begin to pay those higher prices, you're going to have to make choices what you're going to buy. And you have to be aware that your company may have to, no choice, start trimming the fat. And when they do that, then I just hope that you're not one of the many who will be trimmed. Anyway, just wanted to put that out there for you today, and maybe it'll cause you to think it through, to see if you think that what I'm saying is right. If you don't think that's right, put a comment down there. I'd love to hear from you. And while you're at it, I hope that you'll like this video, subscribe to the Farm to Table Direct Show, and share it. If you believe in this message and you don't have a YouTube channel, one of the best ways for you to get the message out to people is to share this video, to share all of our videos, not just the Farm to Table Direct Show, but anything that you believe in. You can be a part of that by simply sharing this content. So as we say, until the next time, prepare for the unexpected and keep it local.